Hey guys, Gamer here. So we're going to be talking about Dynasmon's resistance. A lot of people have been asking me what resistance they should put on them. So let's look at all the Digimon that can affect them and let's make a decision together. Mine is going to have, I think, Dark, but I can't change my mind. I haven't done it yet. I haven't made him yet because I need fuel and everything and the right DNA. And that's kind of being hard for me. I haven't got the right DNA. So let's look at the Abyss type since he has weakness to light and dark, and those are the most common in PvP right now. So you have to decide like one or the other, and it's kind of a hard choice to be honest. So let's look over here. We'll look at the Abyss Mega Digimon. So at the ones in the game right now, we'll look at the ones that are the most, like the scariest, the most damage dealt. And let's look. We have Belzamon, Belphimon. Those two are relevant. Let's look. What else? In high PvP, we don't see much of. We'll take Lilithmon, I guess. We see her kind of a few times. But let's look at Lord Nightmon too as well. But you don't really see her that much with AoE in high ranked unless it's a drop hacker. And you know, those guys are kind of scum. So let's check it out. So we have Beelzemon who, you know, he does a massive attack. He has a really high signature skill that does 8 attacks with a minor physical darkness, and we all see him a lot. We see him, the most common Digimon is Beelzemon because of the fragments, the vouchers and everything. He's the most common, and he's a really strong Digimon. Like Groundmon has him as tier SS, so he's like top of the notch, #1 Digimon out there for PvP. So you see him a lot. I would say you see him like 80% of the time. So if we look over here, we also have Belphimon. Belphimon is also seen a lot. And what scares me about Belphimon is right here. It has a 97% chance to lower defense by 30% for 1 round before he attacks. So he's going to lower your defense by 30% and then attack you. So if we look at Dynasmon, his defense is a 5100. Not the best, but not the worst. Like it's a decent defense rating. So, but that's going to be lowered by 30%. So what is 30% of 5100? Let's look at that up really quick. So we have 30% of 5196, and that's going to be 1500. So 1500 minus 51, that's his defense is going to be a 3637 after the debuff. That's really low. That's really low. So he's going to take a lot of damage, and it's going to be doubled since he's the type disadvantage. So that's going to be something very scary, and that's really an indicator for me, just for having Belphimon on there, to go dark. But let's just keep looking. We have Lilithmon, who has the massive dark and also absorbing effect. So this Digimon is going to have a single enemy or single target that also absorbs. So in my belief, I'm not 100% sure about this, but when she attacks, she's going to absorb a percentage of what she does. So the more damage she does, I believe she absorbs more damage. So if she's doing double the damage on your Dynasmon, she's going to be absorbing double the amount. So that's actually really scary as well. So she has a very high special attack. So that's magical damage and do a lot of damage. So let's look at the magical damage. It's a 4100. That's really low as well. So we have these two Digimon right here that could do severe damage here. And then Beelzemon, of course, is just like, you know, it's Beelzemon. He's going to do a lot of damage. Lord Nightmon has the AoE, so it's going to hit hard too, but it's also magical damage. So Dynasmon is going to have the weak magical defense. So there's going to be 2 Digimon that could really affect him to have magical damage. So he's going to have the weak magic defense. So that's a downer already. So you have 2 of those Digimon right there. You have Belphimon, who's going to lower his defense to 30%, and I think I said it was a 3100. So now his defense is 3100. So that's 3 Digimon that are attacking him with double damage with 4k defense or lower. That's really nasty. And then you have Beelzemon, who's doing double the damage 8 times. So that that's really nasty as well. So let's look at the bright types. So we have Bright over here. Let's look at Digimon that you see often. We have Susanamon. We'll put Shine Greymon in there because of the PvP. Let's see. Who else is in top PvP that we see a lot? We'll put Gallantmon in there just because. So, and then we'll put Alphamon as well. And then, let's see. We have to go over here to get Digimon that are not the bright type that have the actual attack. So we're going to have to get CM. And who else do we have? Let's see. Nature. We don't really see, what's her name? Lotusmon, but let's just put her in there anyways because it's a bright attack. And let's see, I think that's everybody. Oh no, we have also, where is he? Imperial Digimon, okay. And I believe that's all the people that have, oh, he has a fire attack, I forgot. So he's out. Get out of here. So we have our light, These are very common, these four right here. Very common Digimon. You have this one that is not as common, but might show up more often since a lot of people just got her at a +4. So we'll just put her in for fun, and then we'll look at this. So this, I would say these guys right here are in the top 10 for Digimon in the Coliseum right now. And they all have the magic or the physical, so physical, massive, and then we have minor, physical, we have massive, physical, and then a physical. So they're all physical. So if we go and look over here, he has the 5100 defense to the bright types. So those are all physical, so we're looking at just straight defense. So that means he's going to be having this higher defense compared to the special defense. But let's look at the Digimon here. You see Susanamon pretty often. Gallantmon not as much, so we'll put him down here. We see Alphamon not that much because a lot of people didn't pull him. So we'll look Imperial Digimon. So this is probably like the ranking of how frequent we see these Digimon. So Susanamon all the time lately. So this one is very frequent. So you're going to have this massive physical light damage to a single enemy with a 30% chance to lower accuracy by 20% for 3 rounds. His attack is a 6666. So that's really high. With chips, with metals, he's easily getting to the 7Ks, the 8Ks, and it's a lot of damage he's putting out there. So mine has gold medal, I believe, and he has 8K something. So that's a lot of damage to be putting out right there. So the only bad thing about him is his water weakness. So a lot of people don't really have the water. They went dark. So he has water weakness. So if you have any Digimon with water, you could take him out pretty easily. So let's look over here at Gallantmon. Gallantmon is as well a massive physical light damage. So let's look at his attack is a 65-29, and he hits like a truck. These two hit like trucks. So that's double. That's 2 trucks. Because if you go with dark, you're gonna have light that's weak to it. So you have these two right here that are really strong Digimon that you see quite often. You see these guys quite often. Not as often as Bilzamon though. So keep that in mind. So he does a lot of damage. You see he does damage. So we go to Imperial Digimon, also a massive physical. He has a weaker attack, is a 59-58. So this one is not as seen as often anymore. He got his tier is lower now with the new ranking system. So he's a lower tier Digimon. Mine has 7500 attack because he has all those chips and metals. So I have mine waiting for Paladin mode. So when we get Paladin mode, he's going to be a beast. But as of right now, we're waiting for that. So right now he's a ranked B. So you don't really see him that often in PvP. Like he's at the lower end of the spectrum. So actually we should probably put him over here and have Alphamon in front. But we don't really see that many Alphamons because not many people pulled Alphamon. So let's just look at Alphamon though really quick. The attack is going to be a minor physical. So if we look at the attack, is a 57-57. So you're going to be getting hit 6 times. And with that 57 attack against your Dynasmon with a 51-96. So that one is not as bad, but still going to do a significant amount of damage, but it's not the end of the world. You'll be able to survive. So we look at Gallantmon. Gallantmon has the physical light damage with a 70% chance to lower defense by 20%. So he's going to lower your defense as well. So that's kind of scary. He has a 6000 attack. So he could do a lot of damage. The only thing is that we don't really see him that often. And it's kind of unfortunate because he's actually really good for PvP. With the dark type resistance, he's actually really strong because a lot of people run with light and dark Digimon. And that means that he is resistant to both of them. They don't do as much damage. He has really good stats. So he's actually a really good Digimon to have if you have a +4 of him on your team. So he's good to have for Coliseum. And in this case, he's actually really good against Dynasmon because he has the high attack and the defense is right here, 5100. So he's a good possibility to come in, lowers defense, so it'll hurt your Dynasmon. Yeah, so it's really hard. It's a really hard choice. It really is. So we have Lotusmon. You don't see it very often, but it's going to be a magical light damage. So she has a high special attack. It's a 5900. And if we look over here at Dynasmon, he has a 4100 special defense. So you have really, in my opinion, two people to be really scared of with the light resistance. And it's going to be Susanamon and Gallantmon. And the other ones are lower tiers or not seen very frequently. So you have these two that are going to be significantly scary. These are going to be your scary Digimon if you have your Dynasmon. So you're going to be really scared of this one, but they're both easily killed. Well, this one's not as much, but Susanamon's pretty easily killed because if he got the water resistance, a lot of people, like I said, have Beelzemon. So Beelzemon will kill Susanamon pretty fast in 2 rounds for sure, like 2 rounds of special attacks if you focus him. So he will be dead, and then you'll have your what's his name? Dynasmon still alive. There we go. I was like, brain fart. Your Dynasmon could still be alive possibly, and if you have a heal on your team, it could work perfectly. But if you have Gallantmon is not affected by dark, but I find that Gallantmon is not that that tanky. He does have the 5500, but I just feel like I kill him very easily in Coliseum, and he has that water weakness and the thunder weakness. So if you have like a massive thunder attack on one of your Digimon, it'll be really good for this guy. So the one I'm really worried about though, out of all these Digimon, is yes, Susanamon and Gallantmon, but Gallantmon is the scariest one in my opinion because he just hits so hard. It seems he hits really hard, and Susanamon does hit hard as well. But in my experience, I'd be more scared of a Gallantmon because Susanamon could drop pretty easily if you have a water Digimon. And with Leviamon and Vikemon out there, you have Onimon's Wart. Like, there's a lot of people who even have signature legacy skills that are sweet. Just got a subscriber. We also have a lot of people out there who have legacy skills that have water. So I feel like Susanamon will drop pretty fast. So with that being said, I am gonna go dark still because, like I said, if we go back to the dark Digimon, we have these Digimon right here that I'm really scared of. I'm scared of the Beelzemon. Belphymon's really scary. Lord Nightmon, not really. But Lilithmon is also scary to me. So you have 3 Digimon that I'm actually terrified with my Dynasmon. Over here we have 2 that are terrifying, but this one is more likely to be killed in my opinion. So it's not that scary, I guess. If I could get 2 Digimon to attack him, most likely he's gonna die if I have a water attack. So we have all these Digimon over here that do light damage. Let's just get rid of them. Lotusmon gone. Not very often seen in Coliseum. Definitely the high ranks. Gallantmon, a great Digimon, but you don't really see him as much anymore in PvP. Imperial Dramon, not seen very often. Alphamon, not seen very often. Gallantmon, very often. Susanamon, very often. So you have 2 versus 3 in my opinion. So I'm going to go Darkness because I have those 3 that I'm scared of. But in the defense of the light resistance, Lilithmon is not seen that often as well. So realistically, you only have Belphymon and Beelzemon that are seen. So if we compare the 2, you have those strong light damaging ones, and then you have these 2 strong darkness damage. And I'm just gonna go with the dark because I am more terrified of Beelzemon and Belphymon. More terrified of Belphymon actually. Belphymon scares me the most. So I'm gonna have to go with darkness. You pick whatever you want. Put in the comments below which one you think is the best. If you don't agree with me, tell me why. If you agree with me, that's awesome. But I'm going to go darkness. So you guys let me know what you guys are doing. thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching, and I really do appreciate it. And make sure you guys jump on that Discord. We have a lot of good things there. We have the people in there that help with the co-op. We have the little casino thing going just for fun, and when you get currency on there, you get giveaways also. And then we also have our vendor that I'm middleman for. That, yes, it's a vendor. It's cheap stones, but I like to make sure you guys are happy first, so that's why I do the middlemaning for you guys, and I don't send him the money until you guys are satisfied. So it's a very safe product, a very safe thing to do, and it's just a really good place to be. The Discord is really fun, and it just keeps growing. It just gets bigger and bigger, so it's a great place to be and get a lot of help. And even if you don't like me, join the Discord, because you get a lot of help on the events. So we have always like 200 something people on. It's my Discord with D-Free. We both have the joint Discord, so check that out, guys. And we're going to get a website. We have one up already, but we're trying to make it better, so stay tuned for that. And I think that's everything, guys. So I will see you next time. I'll probably be doing a Dokkan summoning video tonight when the banner goes live, but we'll see how that goes. But have a great night, guys. I will see you next time.